I did say at the beginning of this solo raid that it feels like NRS has run out of ideas for their solo raid bosses because some of these modifiers are quite fantastic. For those that did not pay much attention, this particular boss Darkseid, has a modifier where he's able to force tag you out when he does a special against you. So you will notice that Aquaman just took one to the chest. I don't think in the reality of it, any character can survive the Omega beams from Darkseid, but where Aquaman is a mega chart, so I guess he can survive it. Anyways, if you take three to the chest, like Aquaman just did, and you are forced tagged out, you are going to, after the third time, you are going to now have a permanent damage buff. So it got me wondering. No, my first impression was, guys, Dark Side Special One is very powerful and it's going to one shot your character. It's not going to be worth it. Then I realized this Dark Side is a tier one Dark Side, not a tier 5 or tier 4 Dark Side. This simply means that the boss, though it is armor pierce, or I don't even know if it's armor pierce, but it is not that strong. It's you will survive it. That's the gist of the whole thing. It's not enough to take you out. You can take three of his specials and you will be fine. So I did that with Aquaman just to see how much damage I can do. Of course, I had Raven in the match simply for the purpose of backup because I was like, what if that damage I gives you is not that good? I was expecting that damage buff is going to be quite huge and all of that. So, but you you will see that the damage buff is not really much. I tagged out Aquaman three times. I forced Aqua. Wait. I allowed Aquaman to be forced tagged out three times. Okay. I think that sounds better. And I tried to do some damage with Aquaman, did some basics. I saw that, yeah, there was nothing there. So I just, it's not as huge. Of course, there's a damage boost, but it is not enough for you to waste time trying to get tagged out three times. That's my point. I was hoping it's going to be like a mega amount of damage that once I get tagged out three times, I'm just going to be hitting like huge numbers, but there was nothing like that. So I just had to go on with my normal gameplay using Raven and using Aquaman. I think everything progressed the way this team would progress normally. Now, another thing you might have noticed in this match is that I'm using the trash Kamidogou artifact, but I'm using it in a different way in this match. I use Kamidogou Dagger on Raven and on King of Atlantis Aquaman because it's occurred to me that yeah, this damage, this artifact can is basically useless in all modes except for now league evasions, which we have not tested yet. But since this artifact works well or works in tandem with your basic attack, so it means that this artifact could be useful in maintaining basic, not in maintaining your fast attack count or your combo meter count rather, because it influences your combo meter. So basically, that first match, the first match between Raven and Aquaman showed me that yes, if you are using two Kamidogu dagger, the two Kamidogu dagger are controlling the same meter. So if you have Kamidogu dagger on your damage dealer and you have another artifact on your support, you tag in your support and do specials, that counter is gone. You've lost the counter. But if that support also has Kamidogu dagger, before the support does their specials, they will also do some basic attack, which we add to your damage stack. And by the time you do special, yes, it's going to reduce, but it's going to reduce to a lesser number than it would have reduced normally. In fact, I think normally it would have just disappeared. If your damage dealer has Kamidogo Dagger and your support does not, and your support does specials, you've basically lost your damage. But if both your support and your damage dealer have Kamidogu Dagger, you can maintain a higher level. You will see that it's especially useful, of course, with this LOA team. Kamidogu Dagger on Last Laugh Joker, Kamidogu Dagger on Supergirl. So Supergirl is one that is going to be doing specials to stack up her normal damage, and she will also help you increase your Kamidogu Dagger meter because, like I said, you are going to have only one meter for your Kamidogu Dagger. If you have Kamidogu Dagger across three characters, those three characters are sharing 1 meter, which means those three characters contribute to the number of that meter. So there may be a future, maybe a specific kind of boss that we might meet in future. I don't know. Where having dual Kamidogu dagger might actually be useful. I think, yeah, if this is going to be useful in solo rates, it's going to be useful with LOA team, and it's going to be useful with dual Kamidogu daggers so that you maintain that stack. But another thing to keep in mind is that when your Kamidogu dagger is maxed out or almost maxed out, you are going to be retaining more of your damage after specials or after interruptions. So I would think that by the time you have like a level 10 Kamidogu dagger, you won't need this anymore. Because with level 10, let's say you have 100, if you have 1,000% damage, if you get an interruption, you're going to now have 900%, which is very easy to get back to 8,000. So when Kamidogu dagger is maxed out, maintaining that 1,000 is very easy. Yeah, but I think at level one, you may need to use dual to be able to really to maintain a higher number of damage. I also decided to try out the Kamidogu dagger without Scorpion to see how good it is with raiding. And I won't, these are not mind blowing numbers. It's not looking like looking at this damage, looking at the first set of damage I was dealing and looking at the scale up to 1000%, it's still not that much. So I would just say at the end of the day, we are this is still heroic 2, right? So I'm just going to wait till I get to probably like heroic 5. I'll keep testing it just to see how good it will be when we're having more additional health and more additional attack. Because yeah, some people have pointed out to me that there are many of the free artifacts that we have that they are not really amazing at level 1 and without support health. So maybe even the same level 1 would be amazing if maybe I had a maxed out uh, Kamidogu dagger on support and the level 1 on my damage dealer. Maybe because of the additional attack and health, I could have done more. So I have to keep that in mind. So at the moment, yes, it's not great. It's not what rushing for, like trying to build and all of that. But I would say maybe later on in solo raids when we're having more attack and more health, yes, it might have some uses. But look, even if it's going to have some uses, it's still limited to certain teams. That's where me I have my issue with this artifact. That the teams that will likely benefit from it, which is League of Anarchy, they already have other free artifacts that can do even better already. And Batwoman the Drown, the same thing. So it is not, even if you have it maxed out, it is not looking like it's still going to be useful for the likes of Black Manta or Mr. Freeze or those other characters that actually need a free artifact that can truly boost them. It doesn't look like it, but yeah, we'll see by the time we get to that point. Anyways, that's about it for this video, guys. If you enjoy watching these videos, you can support me by smashing the subscribe button. Yeah, and I'll see you guys on the next one. By the way, tomorrow I'm dropping a League Invasion video. How is Kamidogu Dagger going to do in League Invasions? You guys are going to find out tomorrow, either by watching my video or trying it out yourself, or both of them. I don't know. Either ways, have a nice one, guys.